Hello dear students, welcome to the online classes. I am Dr. Sarang Dhute. Today we are going to discuss the next topic, that is what is the meaning of magnetism and their properties. So dear students, the magnetic and electrical properties of molecules are analogous. By studying the magnetic behavior of matter, the important information about the molecular structures can be obtained. Magnetic property is nothing but the magnetizations result from the forces between the electrical charges in the motions. So this is the magnetic properties. If suppose आपको अगर किसी चीज के अगर magnetic properties अगर पता है तो we can determine the structure of the molecules, how many lone pairs of electrons is present in the structure. It can be calculated by using magnetic properties. So this is the introduction about the magnetic properties. Now we are going to discuss some important terms. The first one is the magnetic moment. The atom consists of the positively charged nucleus and electrons are revolving around it. Each revolving electrons constitute the current and therefore produces a magnetic field with a definite magnetic moment. That means electrons. Electrons जो होते हैं continuously revolve होते हैं around the nucleus, and due to this revolving, there is a generation of a small magnetic field. Okay, this is a small magnetic field generated due to the revolving electrons, and this magnetic moment is defined as the vectorial sum of the spin moment and orbital moment of all the electrons in a substance. That means vectorial sum of spin moment plus orbital moment. And it's a sum of the spin of moment, that is a spin moment and orbital moment of electrons is nothing but the magnetic moment. The unit of magnetic moment is the Bohr magneton, which is denoted by Bn. The unit of the magnetic moment is the Bohr magneton. This is the unit of Bohr magneton. Next one is what is the meaning of magnetic permeability? If suppose the force F is acting between two magnetic poles, is acting between the two magnetic poles, it is also known as a dipole. The strength having the each pole is considered M1 and M2. These are the strength of the magnetic poles. It is separated by distance small r. It is given by that the force is directly proportional to the strength of the pole, that is the product of the strength of the pole divided by the square of the distance between each pole. Now, if suppose proportionality sign is instead of the proportionality sign, here we are using some constant term, that is F is equals to M1 into M2 divided by Q r this. Now this Q is nothing but the proportionality constant, which is known as magnetic permeability. Known as magnetic permeability. So, what is the magnetic permeability? The magnetic permeability is defined as the measure of the conducting power of the substance for magnetic lines of the forces as compared to vacuum. So, another formula for the Q is Q is equals to magnetic line of the forces per square centimeter in a substance divided by the number of magnetic lines of forces per square centimeter in vacuum. So by using this formula, we can calculate the magnetic permeability. Remember this thing? For vacuum, Q is always equals to 1. For paramagnetic substance, Q is greater than 1, and for the diamagnetic substance, the Q is less than 1. So this is the magnetic permeability. Next important term is what is the meaning of magnetic susceptibility? What is the meaning of magnetic susceptibility? It is denoted by K. It is the intensity of magnetization induced in a substance per unit magnetizing field. Okay, suppose there is one substance, the amount of magnetizing field, that is induced magnetization intensity of induced magnetization in a substance per unit magnetizing field is nothing but the magnetic susceptibility. Now, the intensity of magnetization that is high induced at any point in a substance, any point in substance is directly proportional to the field strength, which is denoted by H. Directly proportional to the H, that is R is directly proportional to H. Now, again, instead of a proportionality sign, here we are using a constant, that is Kh. This is K is known as the proportionality constant, and it is a magnetic susceptibility. So K is equals to I divided by H. Means the intensity of magnetization induced in a substance per unit magnetizing field is nothing but the magnetic susceptibility. Now, magnetic susceptibility is classified into two types, that is specific susceptibility. Next one is the polar susceptibility. First one is the specific susceptibility. The magnetic susceptibility per gram of a substance. Per gram of substance is called as the specific susceptibility. Here we have to specify the weight of the substance, that is per gram. And it is a denoted by psi. When the psi is equals to P divided by kappa divided by density, where this kappa is equals to the volume of susceptibility. And density is nothing but the density of one substance. So this is the specific susceptibility. Next one is, what is the meaning of molar susceptibility? No, molar means what? यहाँ पर अभी जो बात करने वाले हैं वो susceptibility per mole of substance discuss करेंगे. Per mole of substance के लिए discuss करेंगे, which is known as the molar susceptibility, which is denoted by psi. दूसरा psi is equals to psi into where capital N is nothing but the molecular weight of substance. See the molecular weight of substance. X is nothing but the specific susceptibility. So by using this, we can calculate the specific susceptibility as well as the molar susceptibility. Now next one is, what is the unit of measurements? You know that K is equals to 1 divided by H, that is magnetic moment per unit volume divided by magnetic field. So we know that the magnetic moment is denoted by the unit, so that is Bohr magneton. So that unit is Bohr magneton divided by centimeter cube and 4 is 2. Okay, so that overall unit is Bohr magneton per centimeter cube per unit. This is the unit of measurement. This one. And for specific conductance, R is equal to K into density. The K is nothing but the volume. It is also known as volume susceptibility. Now the psi is equal to K by density, which is nothing but the volume susceptibility divided by density. So that K is nothing but again over magneton centimeter cube. This is the formula we are taking here, that is centimeter cube. Or is inverse divided by density is nothing but a gram per centimeter cube. So overall unit is Bohr magneton per gram per unit. So this is the unit of that is specific susceptibility. Next, we are going to discuss the relationship between the molar susceptibility and the specific susceptibility. We already discussed the molar susceptibility is nothing but specific susceptibility into the molecular weight of a substance, whereas the M is nothing but the molecular weight of substance. This is nothing but a molecular weight of substance. Now, next, we are going to discuss the various types of magnetizations. The first one is what is the meaning of a paramagnetic substance? What is the meaning of a paramagnetic substance? The substance which is attracted by the magnet, and when placed in the magnetic field, move from the weaker to stronger part of magnetic field is known as a paramagnetic. Is known as a paramagnetic. For example, magnets, oxygen, and platinum. They are showing the paramagnetic character. So, what is the characteristics? That is the properties of a paramagnetic substance. First, this is attracted by magnetic field. Attracted by the magnetic field. When these are substances placed in the magnetic field, they are allowed to pass more magnetic lines or forces through them than in vacuum. Okay, more can be passing compared to the vacuum. Third one is the paramagnetic substance arranged parallel to the magnetic field. Next one is the paramagnetic substance containing the unpaired electrons. Fifth point is the magnetic susceptibility of paramagnetic substance is positive. Through it has a small electron. Very loosely is greater than 0 paramagnetic substance. Okay, so these are the properties of the paramagnetic substance. Next, we are going to discuss the molar magnetic susceptibility. Susceptibility for a paramagnetic. We have in the formula order is equal to u square n into Avogadro's number divided by Price-Boltzmann constant, or we can write it is equal to c by d, whereas c is equal to u square into Avogadro's number divided by Price-Boltzmann. Or we can write it, to suppose that mu square and n is the constant, so that we can write it xn is directly proportional to the 1 by 2. Directly proportional. Fields law as well. Fields. That is a magnetic molar magnetic susceptibility is inversely proportional to each other of temperature around it. So XNT value is very decreasing. The value of the molar susceptibility is decreasing. This is the known as the Fields law. Next, we are going to discuss the magnetic moment for the paramagnetic substances, how it can be calculated. The magnetic moment, that is mu n, is given by under root n plus 2 over magnetic. Whereas n is equals to number of unpaired electrons. N is equals to number of unpaired electrons. So suppose mu n is equals to n plus 2 into 1273 into 10 raised to power minus 21. So minus 21. So Earth was, if suppose in the terms of the phase law, then the mu n is equals to n plus 2 into 9273 into 10 raised to power minus 24 joule for the phase law. So this is the unit, and this is the magnetic moment of the paramagnetic substance. Next one is, what is the meaning of the paramagnetic substance? Substance which are the repelled, so magnetic field से अगर दूर जाता होगा तो इसको बोला जाता है diamagnetic substance. The example of diamagnetic substance is what? That is a bismuth, then antimony, then copper, water, alcohol. All these are the diamagnetic things. That means they are repelled by the magnetic field. What is the properties of the diamagnetic compound? Number one, the diamagnetic substance are repelled by the magnetic field. They are repelled by the magnetic field. Number two, when these are substances are placed in magnetic field, they allow to pass less magnetic lines. Less magnetic lines of force through them as compared to vacuum. Number three, their magnetic susceptibility, value of the magnetic susceptibility is a negative value. That is, magnetic susceptibility X is always a negative value. That means it is a less than 0. So they are a negative value. And magnetic permeability is less than 1. Magnetic permeability is less than 1. Now, next, the magnetic moment of diamagnetic substance. So for this magnetic moment, at 1.2. This diamagnetic property is due to the presence of paired electrons. As soon as the number of pairing electrons is increases, so the magnetic character is what increases. And so the magnetic moment of a diamagnetic substance, how to calculate the the formula is mu n is equals to n plus 2 over magnetron, whereas n is equals to number of unpaired electrons. But in case of a diamagnetic substance, the number of unpaired electrons is what? 0. So that n is equals to 0. When we are keeping this value here, we are getting the mu n is also 0. So that for the diamagnetic substance, mu is what? 0, because it contains all the paired electrons. So this is the diamagnetic. Next one is what is the meaning of the ferromagnetic? और suppose मेरे पास एक substance है, okay, this substance is strongly attractive towards a magnetic field. Okay, and after we remove this magnetic field, itself acts as a magnet. So that such type of substance is known as a ferromagnetic substance. आप सभी लोगों ने स्क्रू ड्राइवर देखा होगा तो यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा मैग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टी होती है. दिस इज नथिंग बट एग्जांपल ऑफ व्हाट फेरोमैग्नेट. Ferromagnetism. The example of ferromagnetism is what? Iron, nickel, cobalt. These are the examples. Now, the properties of the ferromagnetism is what? The ferromagnetism is strongly attracted than the paramagnetism. This is substance placed in the magnetic field is allowed to pass most of the magnetic lines. Most. That is paramagnetism के comparison में यहाँ पर most of the lines pass होती है through the vacuum. Then paramagnetic substance का arrange करते हैं parallel to the magnetic field, and this is due to this ferromagnetism due to the maximum number of unpaired elements. This is due to the maximum number of unpaired electrons. Okay, whereas magnetic susceptibility of ferromagnetic substance has the positive value. Okay, positive value. यहाँ पर एक चीज ध्यान रखना. The ferromagnetism is not a property of an isolated atom molecular ion. This is arises due to the parallel coupling of magnetic movement of the neighboring molecules. That means यहाँ पर जो magnetic movement जो होता है, it is due to the orientation of electrons. सभी इलेक्ट्रॉन जो होते हैं unpaired electrons एक ही लाइंस की तरफ ओरिएंट होते हैं इस वजह से. Due to this orientation, it shows the ferromagnetism. Ferromagnetism. Next one is we are going to discuss what is the meaning of antiferromagnetism. The substance is attracted very weakly by a magnet and cannot be magnetized. Okay. It is attracted very weakly and it cannot be magnetized. It is known as antiferromagnetism. Example is manganese oxide and these are the antiferromagnetism. So what is the property of antiferromagnetism? These are substances which are deeply attracted by magnetic field. Okay, less number of lines are magnetic lines are passed through it. This is due to this antiferromagnetism is due to the arrangement of the electron in anti-parallel directions. Seen ऐसा रहेगा यहाँ पर anti-parallel, that means इस तरह से anti-parallel directions में रहेगा, so that यहाँ पर आपको anti-ferromagnetism मिलेगा. Next one is the magnetic susceptibility. X की जो value होती है, it is a very less, but it is a positive. And this antiferromagnetism is due to the opposite spin. Okay, opposite spin. Alright, which is also known as anti-parallel coupling, like that. This is due to the antiferromagnetism. Now, comparison between the ferromagnetism versus antiferromagnetism. The ferromagnetism is the presence of magnetic domains that are aligned in the same direction of magnetic field. That means अगर magnetic field इस direction में होगा तो इनके जो domains रहेंगे इनका भी alignation इस तरह से होगा. तो इसकी एक ही direction में रहेंगे. Whereas antiferromagnetism क्या align in opposite directions of magnetic material. That means magnetic field इस direction में होगा तो इनका opposite direction. The magnetic domains of the ferromagnetism material are aligned in the same directions, whereas in the ferromagnetism it is opposite in directions. Ferromagnetic material have the value of the net magnetic moment, whereas antiferromagnetic material have the zero net magnetic moment. Examples: iron, nickel, cobalt, or nickel. The magnetic susceptibility of the ferromagnetism is very high. Magnetic susceptibility, whereas in the case of a magnetic antiferromagnetic, this is very less, but it should be positive. Okay, the some ferromagnetic substance make a phase transition at a given temperature to give the paramagnetic, and some paramagnetism make the phase transition at a new temperature to give the antiferromagnetic. So यहाँ पर ferromagnetism की related रहेगा for QV temperature and for this V temperature. Okay. Next, we are going to discuss here. So what is the effect of a temperature? on magnetic susceptibility. Here we are also discussed what is the meaning of Curie temperature. The first, molar magnetic susceptibility is not dependent upon the temperature. It is independent of temperature, not depend on temperature. It is not dependent on temperature. Next one, the molar magnetic susceptibility of paramagnetic substance is inversely proportional to the temperature. Is inversely proportional to the temperature. That is molar magnetic susceptibility for paramagnetic is inversely proportional to what? Temperature, which is a formula Curie law. That means with increasing temperature, the magnetic susceptibility of paramagnetic substance is decreases. This is the temperature बढ़ेगा, paramagnetic substance की magnetic susceptibility decrease होती है. Yes, sir. With increasing temperature, molar magnetic susceptibility of the ferromagnetic substance decreases suddenly. In case of ferromagnetism, magnetic susceptibility suddenly decreases. Suddenly decrease. But in case of a diamagnetic की बात करता हूँ, okay, diamagnetic compound की बात करता हूँ, it is not dependent. So that इसका अगर आप किस टाइप से रोल करते हैं, यहाँ पर देखो, जब मैं टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज करता हूँ, this is for a diamagnetic, it becomes faster, कुछ चेंजेस नहीं होगा. But अगर suppose in case of a paramagnetic substance, like that, smooth curve will be there. But in case of ferromagnetic substance, now see, like this is the ferromagnetism. This is what ferromagnetism, and this is Curie temperature. This one is what Curie temperature. This is a ferromagnetic substance. यहाँ पर sharp decrease हो जाएगा. Okay, this is sharp decrease in magnetic susceptibility. Why is it so? Due to the below this Curie temperature, parallel alignment of the neighboring spin. That means यहाँ पर सभी जो spin होते हैं parallel हो जाते हैं. Okay. Now, if suppose in case of antiferromagnetism, and this point indicate antiferromagnetism. This point indicate antiferromagnetism. At the temperature at which there is a sudden drop in the magnetism, this temperature is known as real temperature. This temperature is known as real temperature because at that temperature alignments are anti-parallel to each other. Alignments are anti-parallel to each other. The temperature, this is due to the phase appears and the magnetic susceptibility is decreases with a decrease in the temperature. Okay, so that most of the time magnetic susceptibility it decreases whether it is a paramagnetic or it is a ferromagnetic or it is the antiferromagnetic. Next one is what is the meaning of the Curie temperature? The temperature at which the ferromagnetic substance behaves like a magnetic is called as Curie temperature or Curie curve. Suppose this one is the compound. This is a ferromagnetic. अगर मैं इसका टेम्परेचर बढ़ाऊंगा तो this at particular temperature it will behave like a paramagnetic, and that temperature is known as a Curie temperature or the Curie point, where it will behave like a magnetic vessel. पैरामैग्नेटिक कैरेक्टर शो करता है. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल मैं अगर कोबाल्ट की बात करता हूँ तो इसका क्यूरी टेम्परेचर होता है 1100 डिग्री सेल्सियस, whereas निकेल का जो होता है वो होता है 400 डिग्री सेल्सियस. Next, the relation between the magnetic moment and the number of unpaired electrons. So, formula for this is J is equals to L into S. Okay, whereas the L is the azimuthal component and SE, so that is a spin quantum. Spin quantum. Okay. Now, so whereas the magnetic moment is a J, this is a magnetic moment. So formula for the magnetic moment in terms of the quantum number, that is L plus L. So if suppose the magnetic moment on the basis of classical theory, it can be calculated as mu m is equal to G under root J, J plus 1. And this G is known as Landau splitting factor. This is known as Landau splitting factor. Okay. For the polyatomic molecules, even the ions in the solution, the contribution of azimuthal quantum number is L is very, very small. Means we are considering here L is equal to 0. Because the solvent molecules prevent any changes of the orbital motion due to the external magnetic field. For that, we are considering L is equal to 0. So that this formula will be J is equal to L. Sorry, J is equal to what? S, because L is equal to 0. Now, put this value here. Instead of J, we can write it here S, so that mu n is equal to G S S plus 1 into Bohr magnetic. Okay. For the free electrons, G is equal to 2, so that mu specific is equal to 2 into S plus 1 Bohr magnetic. Okay. Now, if the n is the unpaired number of electrons, n is equal to total number of unpaired electrons, so that n is equal to, okay, so that we can calculate S is equal to n by 2. So that instead of S, we can write here the n by 2. So the formula will be mu specific is equal to 2 under root n divided by 2 plus 1 over 1. इसको अगर आप सॉल्व करोगे, सॉल्व करने के बाद आपको फाइनल जो फॉर्मूला मिलेगा इस टाइप से रहेगा, mu specific is equal to under root n plus 2 Bohr magneton, and this is the relationship between the magnetic moment and unpaired number of electrons. तो आप by using this formula, अगर आपके पास unpaired number of electrons होंगे तो आप magnetic moment आप कैलकुलेट कर सकते हो. किस टाइप से कैलकुलेट करोगे, एक सिंपल एग्जांपल देते हैं यहाँ पर. इस टाइप से करोगे तो यहाँ पर एक सिंपल एग्जांपल देते हैं. सपोज फार्मूला क्या है, स्पेसिफिक इज इक्वल टू Bohr magneton. Now if suppose number of unpaired electron is equal to 1, तो यहाँ पर वैल्यू पुट करो तो आपको यहाँ पर mu की जो वैल्यू वो मिलेगी 1.73. if suppose number of electron is equal to 2, then the mu is equal to 2.83 like that. So that we can calculate on the basis of number of electrons, unpaired electrons, the magnetic moment of the emission. Next one is, what is the meaning of Boyle's balance method? This method is applicable for the determination of magnetic susceptibility, and specific magnetic susceptibility. For that we require the Boyle's balance method. Basic principle क्या होता है इस मेथड का देखो. When the substance is placed in the magnetic field exerts a force on the substance. यहाँ पर आपका एक्टिविटीज कौन से लगेंगे, आपको लगेगा Boyle's balance डायग्राम, ठीक, और फिर आपको लगेगा इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेट्स, these are the electromagnets, नॉर्थ पोल एंड साउथ पोल, और ये यहाँ पर छोटे सर्कुलेट होता है, छोटे क्रिस्टल होते हैं, जहाँ पर आपको ऑर्गेनिक सब्सटेंस लेना है जिसकी मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट आपको कैलकुलेट करनी है. The substance of unknown magnetic susceptibility is placed in the cylindrical tube suspended between the poles of electromagnet. The cylindrical tube will be attracted in the magnetic field in the downward directions if the substance is paramagnetic, और substance अगर paramagnetic होगा तो नीचे की तरफ शिफ्ट होगा, अगर suppose substance अगर diamagnetic है तो ऊपर की तरफ शिफ्ट होगा in the upward direction. The weight are added or removed from the pan of balance to bring the beam in horizontal position. That means ये वाला जो पोर्शन है यहाँ पर आपको वेट रखना है. अगर सपोज नीचे अगर जा रहा होगा तो आपको यहाँ पर वेट ऐड करना पड़ेगा, सो दैट ये जो है ये सेंटर पे, ये जो बीम होता है ये सेंटर पे. अगर सपोज the weights added or removed from the fan balance and using the following formula, delta M into G is equals to 1 by 2 AH square density psi minus density M. By using this formula, we can calculate the change in that is the magnetic moment. So now delta M is nothing but the change in mass. Weight remove can add the G is that is acceleration due to the gravity. This is the density, rho is our density of the substance. This one is the density of what air. Okay, the psi is equals to the specific magnetic susceptibility of a substance. Psi A, this is the specific magnetic susceptibility of what air, and A is equals to the cross sectional area of a tube, and H is equals to the strength of a magnetic magnetic field. If suppose we know the value of delta M, G, density A, psi A, AH, the specific magnetic susceptibility can be calculated. And if suppose आपको जैसे H की psi की वैल्यू पता चल गई है, तो specific susceptibility की वैल्यू आपको पता चल गई, तो then we can calculate the magnetic susceptibility also because we know the formula psi M is equals to psi into capital M. M means what? The molar weight of substance. Now, there are some limitations in the Boyce-Balance method. This is not suitable for the investigation of gases, although the rough measurements of oxygen and other paramagnetic gases and vapors have been made. That means the gases is suitable at a temperature 400 degrees Celsius to 500 degrees Celsius, depending upon the apparatus. The method is not reliable because of the formation of currents. As soon as the temperature between 400 to 500. This method to use. Next one is what is the meaning of what is the applications of a magnetic moment? The first one is by using this magnetic moment we can determine the electronic structure. We can determine the electronic structure. We can determine the electronic structure of the simple molecules. If suppose mu n की value of the potential, then we can calculate the number of unpaired electrons. The number of electrons of unpaired electrons not electronic structure determined. Okay. Next one is it is used to determine the structure or geometry of the coordination compounds. Geometry of coordination compounds are by using this. And the last one is to detect the formation of a free radical. Detect the formation of a free radical in the organism. So these are the applications. So we can determine the electronic structure, geometry of the coordination compound, and detect the formation of a free radical. So these are the applications of the magnetic moment. So in this lecture we discussed what is the meaning of magnetic property, what is the meaning of magnetic moment, magnetic permeability, different types of magnetic susceptibility, relation between the molar susceptibility and specific susceptibility, what is the paramagnetism, what is the diamagnetism, what is the ferromagnetism, and antiferromagnetism. Also, here we discussed that how to calculate the magnetic moment by using a Boyce-Balance method.